Yes? Did you find out what's been happening out there? Why not? Don't tell me you're afraid of ghosts. Just don't annoy them and you'll be fine. Hmm? So what? And have you helped any of my people? Or are you just here to wave that pen in my face again? First, show me you care, and then I'll take you to the captain. I can't have every random stray wasting his time. Not now, when the outcome of the war with its tribes is so precarious. I trust we understand each other? Good. Come back when you've proven your worth to the Horns of the South. Then we'll talk. No. No, you can't. I don't take bribes, but if you're eager to throw your gold around, my keepers are running a charity for our veterans. That way, your coin pouch won't weigh you down, and you'll be supporting a worthy cause. That's a shame. In that case, why not help them with your own two hands? I might look more favorably on you after that. So you've changed your mind? That's a Yes? Did you find out what's been happening out there? Why not?
Let me guess. Camelot, no? Timberwall, also no? So you're not from the north? Ah, of course.
You must be from Connacht. I should have guessed right away. So, who's in charge there now?
Oh, I was just wondering what's going on out there. Here in the south, we have our own affairs. What happens out there in the world? Well, the news doesn't always travel all the way here.
And they should. It's in our common interest.
You know, people are talking about rising unrest in the north, and a secret coalition preparing a coup at the highest levels of power. And that whole plague thing is just a tool to reach their final goal. The Red Priests are also trying to get something out of it.
And to be honest, it's not gone too bad for them. The Druids are out of the picture already.
Well, sure. They want to establish a new order on our island. And it's not clear who's involved in the whole mess.
Maybe. Maybe our captain is even involved. Hell knows. They have their people everywhere. Damn it, you could be one of them too. Although when I look at you, I don't think so. You have such a stupid face. With all due respect, of course.
You see? It takes one to know one. And that means we're just pawns. Folks like us won't change anything. But we have to talk out loud. It suits them when everyone keeps their mouth shut. That's the case. Those sons of bitches are good at hiding. They kinda blend in and live among us. It's hard to tell if it's hideous magic or some other tricks.
Wait a minute. I'm not suggesting anything here. I'm just thinking out loud.
It doesn't make sense that the plague appeared just like that. Out of bloody nowhere? Hell no. It's a high-stakes game.
Power over us, of course. Over our bodies and souls. Over Avalon. Over the whole damn course of history. You know, I've been thinking lately. What if King Arthur is just a stupid fairy tale? What if the nobles and others involved in the whole conspiracy just made him up? And us peasants eventually just started to believe in it.
You know, one story for everyone. They drilled it into our heads, and drilled until it finally stuck. And then they built statues, wrote books, and everything else. You finally get it. It's just a pity that there are so few like us. Well, we just have to keep going, eh? And while we're at it, I have to get back to work. I'm on duty.
All mother's tits. I've just about had it with this bunch of repressed virgins. And who might you be? You don't look like one of them. Oh, do I now? You would be too if you had to deal with those sniveling morons when they're up to something. Don't look at me like that. You don't get as far in life as I have if you can't smell bullshit from a mile away. There's something fishy going on here. But I'll get to the bottom of it. And here's a brilliant idea. You're going to help me. I just need you to go to Brandon and find out why that slime ball is pretending not to know I'm here. Tell him I'm waiting with his delivery. Although I'm pretty sure he knows this already. Right. What was I thinking? You wouldn't. You're new here, right? Shit. There's something going on, you know? They don't want anybody to know, but I can feel it. I've been doing business with the captain for years now. Then suddenly I found myself stuck here. They won't let me further in, not even to set up camp in the village. But they won't let me out either. Anyway, good luck to you. Come and visit if you need anything. You do realize you won't score any points with the Keepers by helping me, right? Those holier-than-thou soldier boys have no idea what it takes to be a merchant in this sorry world. The things we have to do sometimes aren't exactly done according to the rulebook. There's a woman from the tribes called Nest. She's my supplier. At least, I think she's still working for me. I haven't heard from her in a while. And she was supposed to bring me some really precious cargo. Something the captain wanted me to arrange. You still up for an adventure, hmm? My guess, and it's only a guess, is that at some point she must have been somewhere around the bay. That beach near the Whale's Tooth. Rumor has it that Bromar No-Face and his thugs are fond of that place, which wouldn't be good news for Nest. Good luck. And don't worry, I'll pay. No matter whether she's dead or alive. Just let me know what happened. And bring back the cargo, if she still has it. Name's Orla. I'm a merchant. Or I try to be, when my business isn't being held hostage by a bunch of idiots who seem to be terrified of women. What was I thinking when I decided to leave Timberwall? Should have stayed there. You've never been to the merchant capital? Well, you didn't miss much. Yes, it's rich and extravagant, but only if you're rich and extravagant, too. Other than that, it's a place like any other. The same pain and misery hiding behind gilded walls. It's not as exciting as people think. Or, well, maybe it is, if you like living with a bunch of backstabbing crooks. Yeah, now I remember what I was thinking when I left that place. Not really. It's more of a requirement if you ever want to be successful in Timberwall. My family is full of them. I have no home in Timberwall. Well, we have an estate, but it hasn't felt like home for a long time. I feel like every time I go back, I recognize it less and less. The people are getting greedier and more desperate by the day. Business is slow, I'm not gonna lie. With the weirdness creeping in from the north and bandits everywhere, trade's just not as profitable as it used to be. But, I don't know. Being a merchant from Timberwall used to mean craftiness, taking risks, looking for opportunities. Now, they only care about keeping their heads down and preserving their fortunes. Oh, love, plenty. And almost none of them happy. I'll never forget the first time we stumbled upon a place after a cloud of the weirdness oozed through. It was a small settlement, just a few houses. There was this odd, bitter taste in the air. The place was completely abandoned. Or so we thought. Until we started finding them, one by one. A man who tried to chop off his legs after they started sprouting antlers. Another one who gouged his eyes out, so he wouldn't have to look at his child melting into the floor. A woman in the farthest corner of the settlement managed to stab herself in the heart before it got to her. I almost dropped it all and ran back to Timberwall that day. I'm still not sure why I didn't. I guess giving up just isn't in my nature. Keep your head down and your purse tighter. You're back. Well, off you go.
Who goes there? Are you the one responsible for all that racket? People are trying to rest in peace, damn it. Oh, you'll have to forgive them. They're a little disoriented. Waking up in this way is like coming out of a thick fog you've been wandering through for days on end. Dulls the senses, clouds the mind. Terrible for coordination. I know everything that happens here. If you're looking for some juicy gossip, Becca from the third row south still has no idea where her husband is. They were supposed to be buried together, you see, but he never showed up. The scoundrel. Everyone here thinks he got remarried and chose to rest with his second wife. Not me. I think he probably got eaten. Oh, that would be Master. He's been at his experiments again, I'm afraid. Getting the folks around here all agitated. Putting them back to sleep again is going to be such a chore. Because it's my purpose. The sole reason I was brought back. That has never changed. Just as I haven't. But I'm happy where I am. The dead need company too, you know. The folks here were forsaken by the living. At least I can make sure they're not lonely. You want me to betray his trust that easily? We barely know each other. I wouldn't tell you even if I could. Master is Master. He commands the dead. I don't know much else. I'm here to serve, not to ask questions. Dunno. Usual. Glowing chalk, candles, and dead bodies. I even saw some new faces recently, but they didn't stay long. My name's Huardok, and I am the keeper of this place. I look after the dead, or at least, I try to. It used to be much easier where they stayed in one place. Now I need to keep making sure they don't stray too far from the cemetery. But I'm not complaining. A little exercise is good for the body. Truth be told, I'm not quite sure. Has it been a long time since the wave came and swallowed the village? That was when people stopped coming here. It's like the sea washed away the memory of this place as well. I don't remember much of what happened afterwards. I must have fallen asleep for a while. Dead, alive, what's the difference? I am here. I always have been, and I always will be, until the day I'm released from my service. Interested in local history, are you? Good, good. The memory of those who came before us should be preserved. I can let you in. There is a small fee of 5 gold coins, for the upkeep of the cemetery, of course. It's constant work, as you can clearly see, and my petitions for additional funds seem to have fallen on deaf ears. Bless you, kind stranger. Those old bones are not what they used to be. Here, just take the key. Be careful, though. There's evil dwelling in those crypts. Oh, and I hope I don't need to remind you not to rob any graves. It's terribly rude, and I'd rather not deal with the complaints.
Careful there! Try not to step on the array. It's advanced magic. Very fragile.
Stop. Well, what I am doing here is very important. Besides, I'm hardly hurting anyone. Well, anyone that matters, that is. Oh, please. Is that the only thing people can think of when it comes to necromancy? What use would I have with an army? My ambition isn't to command the dead, but death itself. I aim to make Avalon a place where people won't have to fear it anymore. The problem is, I keep missing something. Raising the dead is easy, but I don't want mindless minions. I want truly living undead. Yet no matter what I do, it just won't work. Nonsense. The process, as you aptly called it, holds no secrets from me. I have studied its every stage, every aspect, all while keeping meticulous records. It's almost insulting how straightforward it is, how little variety there is at its very core. Death truly does make all of us equal. And yet, capturing the connection between the flesh and the spirit continues to elude me. No matter how I approach it. I've even tried to force it, but to no avail. That's just sentimental drivel. There's nothing uniquely significant about any of us. Take it from someone who's seen it all. Warduk. You mean the servant? I'm not sure where you got that idea, but he is indeed merely a minion. Quite a sophisticated one, I'll admit, but he's never said more than 2 words to me. Fine. If you wish to waste your time with him, go ahead. Who knows? Maybe his first master simply forbade him from speaking his mind. Still, don't hold your breath for any groundbreaking insights.
Oh, you're back. You see? I couldn't tell. I don't mean any offense, but they're all the same to me. Every one of them thinks they're reinventing death or breaking the circle of life. And the only thing they're doing is disturbing some honest folk in their rest. Ha! No! I'm sure he won't be the last. This place is very popular with their kind for some reason, and they always leave it in such a state. It's not like it would hurt them to pick up a few bones and put them back in place. I don't have much choice, do I? But I don't mind the service. I like being around the dead. It's just the constant cleanup that gets to you after a while. Oh, does he now? That's quite admirable. And rather unusual for his kind. Normally they act as though they know all there is to know, yet they always end up baffled by their failures. Oh, I'd love to help, but alas, I'm not certain I can. You see, death is intensely personal, and as such, quite indescribable. It can't be shared or taken from someone. In the end, no matter how it happens, our death is the only thing that truly belongs to us. It's a potent experience, one for which there are no words, because there is simply no need for them. Nobody is meant to die and then return to tell the tale. I'm glad to have been of assistance. Though I do wonder how the Master will react when he hears about this. I just hope he doesn't do anything that will cause even more trouble here. Oh, you're... Ah, no. I just don't think we have anything to talk about. I don't mean any offense, but truth be told, they're all the same to me. Every one of them thinks they're reinventing death or breaking the circle of life. And the only thing they're doing is disturbing some honest folk in their rest.
What earth-shattering revelation do you have for me? Are you threatening me? Are you out of your mind? Abandon my life's work when I'm on the brink of success. No! Tell me what the servant said. That's, No, it can't be that simple. It sounds so... sentimental. I don't believe in things that are indescribable or unmeasurable. But how do I make sure I don't share the fate of the others? I mean, how do I remain? Ah, that's it. Perhaps that's the very core of the problem. What's needed is a subject who is perfectly aware of what's happening. One who understands the intent behind everything. And that subject could only be me. Plus, there might be a few advantages to having an undead body. Let's see. Just need a few things, and...
Oh, well, this is a fine kettle of fish, isn't it? Poor master. He must be terribly confused. I am the keeper of this cemetery. I know everything that happens around here. Master is... well, he's not really the master anymore. But he became one of us, so it is my duty to watch over him. Oh, please, visit any time. I'm sure it'll make him happy. And I suppose I won't be going to sleep just yet. Not while the Master is still adjusting to his new state. It might be a good time to tidy up around here. Who knows? I might stumble upon a few useful items for your journey. So, don't be a stranger. Oh, you're... I suppose it wasn't. I can feel it guards something primordial within. The markings on the stone resemble the work of the Foredwellers. In my time, such inscriptions would shift and change, making them impossible to decipher. Yet, I met some people who sought to unravel these mysteries. Most of them were Picts. I allowed them to explore Avalon without my oversight. And so, I remember that the Royal Geographers came to be. My favorite band of adventurers. True pathfinders. Avalon owes them a great debt.
Heavens above! What have you done? You shouldn't be here. Definitely should not. There's no escape from this place. Just look at me. I'm stuck here for good. Get up and leave? What a joke! Oh, no, no. It's not that simple. And if you value your life, you'll stay here too. My curse is contagious. Just look at this boulder. This one here. It tried to kill me. And it wasn't an accident, oh no. And you, I guess, were just curious what you could find under this famous road? Dear me. You found a whole load of bad luck, and a curse to boot. But, well, if we're to die together, I guess I should introduce myself. I'm Barak, a knight. Or perhaps a would-be knight. I don't know anymore. You just try leaving, and you'll see. This stone block broke off the King's Road when I was sleeping. If it had fallen a few inches closer, I'd have ended up a bloody stain. There is no such thing as a coincidence. The gods aren't lazy, and the one who cursed me gets along with the gods pretty well. Honestly, I'm not sure. I guess I've lost track of time. A week?
Sorry, I'm just doing stuff on my phone quickly.
I didn't bring it upon myself. It was that damn priest clad in red. With just one look, he brought misfortune upon me. And then I brought it to Lemray. Well, it's obvious, don't you see? This stone block almost killed me. Lemray died before that. I was also attacked by bandits on the road and almost spotted by a band at Del Rita. Before that, somebody stole all of my money. And my helmet, of all things. Nonsense. You'll see. Soon something will bite me and I'll die. Or another boulder will fall and crush me to death. Oh, my dearest Lemray. We had a wonderful time together. I've never had a better steed. She carried the weight of the world. Me, that is. Then one day she just died. A rather rude goodbye, considering how long we'd known each other. I would like to leave this place, that's true. I'd like to find someone to reverse the curse, but I can't go myself. Do you really want to help me? Why do you care so much about coming out from under the bridge? Why do you keep insisting? Who are you anyway? I know. You're him! You're here for me! You came here to take my life! I'm not going to give you the satisfaction, you vermin! Defend yourself!
I was looking at my phone. It's stupid. I never knew he was going to attack me. Almost died. They almost had me.
There is I didn't. Well, no. I'm not going anywhere.
SMAO is freaking amazing.
The pity it has become a hunting ground for bandits. But do not worry, my friend. Let us walk this path and make me whole again. I will restore this island to the glory it deserves. The King's Road included.
That you can challenge to a duel at the start of the game, and he's fucking impossible. for that.
I don't meet many outsiders these days. I'm Mark, a hunter of the service and to the south. Everything is interesting around here, but ultimately, it depends on what you're looking for. No. I respect you, Canada. You need to understand that when someone lives with the ones in the south, he leaves his small self outside the walls of the keep. His old life, it loses all meaning. If someone comes here and gets political, well, they'll end up disappointed. I don't know if you're aware, but becoming the captain is a curse for an extra keeper. It's only honor others on Avalon seem to think it is. Because the captain answers to Camelot and its representative, Galahad. So every captain needs to get political, whether he likes it or not. And the current Galahad is a real piece of shit. He burns people under any pretext whatsoever, or none at all. He sells terror. I have no respect for the man. I'm self-sufficient enough not to have to ask for help. However, I suppose I could help you. I could share some things I found out during my hunts. And? Your secrecy doesn't exactly inspire trust in you. But I have no choice but to take your word for it. You can report back to the quartermaster that the job's done. But if the necromancer ever shows up to stir trouble again, it'll be your head. Since you've proven you're brave enough to face the undead, I take it you're not afraid of the night either, are you? I might have a little job for you if you're interested. A while ago, another traveler came through here bragging that he found a place where he could easily gather the theory of conwaves. He was supposed to return with proof, but, well, I'm afraid he may have met an unfortunate end, as often happens. I'm still curious about the place he mentioned. It's just a stranger who wanted to share the fire for a while. I never asked his name. That's his point. There are those on Avalon who love the thrill of braving the night. They don't usually live there very long. I think he used to believe for kindred spirit. But the problem is, the theory of conwaves can only be gathered at night. I'm not exactly keen on needlessly putting myself at the mercy of the wilderness. I've got obligations to keep, and my brothers and ours. I can't let them starve or freeze just because I'm a little curious, can I? When you wander through the weirdness and observe the creatures as altered, you'll notice a strange substance covering them. That's a ethereal conware. And no one knows where it comes from. Although some scholars suspect it's the weirdness in its tangible form. I thought it could only be harvested from the bodies of those changed by the weirdness. But if that traveler was right, then there'll be an easier way. What's up with the weirdness repellent fire couples? If they're ever out at night, you've no safe place to shelter. The theory of conwaves can save your life. It's like a temporary personal limit here. That's good. And remember, I don't know the exact location, but you should find it in this area. Good luck.
Wow. You fucking destroyed me. What was that? Strong. Man, it was tough.
around to leave the north again. I have to organize a small party to stock up. But what about the traveler I mentioned? Was he? Yeah, just as I thought. But may you finally rest in peace. Thank you. I thought about a reward for you, but I do have some information. It's worth more than anything else I could give you. A few nights ago, I spoke to a weird dude here the old rock. I had it in my sights, arrow launched and ready, when a wolf was at me. By the time I dealt with that, the weird dude had vanished. It's yours, if you can catch it. I do. But the wolf tore a chunk out my leg, and the wound's still healing. I'd rather not risk it than not turn to hunt when I'm not full strength. Weird ears are skittish creatures. By the time I'm back on my feet, they won't be no longer. You're welcome, and good hunting.
Ma'am. It's not here. Thomas.
I have no choice but to defend myself. Hey, hello. Are you also wondering why the hell we need them? Lighthouses. Why the hell are Dara and his workers pushing so hard to build the second one? Is one not enough? As if one is less than two and less is worse. I mean, two lighthouses next to each other are almost the same as one. And ships don't even sail this way. Symbolism. Yeah. Maybe. Whatever that is. Aye. Why would they? The waters are treacherous, so no ships. Storms and weirdness are a deadly combination. Besides, who'd have the time to build or repair them? There are enough problems on the island. We don't need more. Well, not much going on here, as you can see. Things have been a bit different. Due to the refugees, one was even hanged for theft. But I can't say much more as it wasn't there. If you're interested in the wars, you should visit our museum. You'll learn more about that fella, Swall, whatever his name is. Aye, it's boring, but at least you don't have to pay to enter. Almost nobody goes there anyway. What do I think? As long as they follow the rules, they can stay. And if they don't, then they can hide. That's all. Folks are saying there's some other group, probably more dangerous, not so far from you. If they come closer, well, that wouldn't be too good. You can stay here and serve. Sit at the tavern, drink and eat something. If you're looking for adventure, you'll have to go elsewhere. There's always something in every world. But you know what? Here is Seventh. Everything happens late. It's a big world out there. And a small one right here. I wonder if once they finish this one, they'll start building a third. Just keep your head down. Bloody seagulls! Can you hear me? You flying vermin! Just slide landing here and I'll pluck your asses clean! A keep by the sea. What a great idea that was! And what did you want? I'm fixated. Me! You didn't see what they did to me a week ago. I was just standing watch as usual, and then suddenly, splat! A dozen of them flying overhead, screeching, shitting and whatnot. So I yelled what I think of them, shaking my fist, and then another four, splat! And they kept screeching. I tell you, they're laughing at me. I spent all night cleaning my armor. Sewell didn't think it through when he decided where to put the key. Mark my words. And I don't like how you seem to think I'm a fool. So, what now? Should I shit on you for that? I don't think so. I once managed to shoot you. I thought they'd learned their lesson. Wouldn't be flying over here anymore. And guess what they did? They kept shitting. With increased force. Like they're planning it. Vengeful scoundrels. I need to try a different strategy. Find something that will make them feel real terror. Like the way crows are afraid of scarecrows and fleas. I'm sure seagulls also have something that scares them. We just need to find out what it is. Come on, have mercy. I don't deal with the damn creatures myself, but I don't have the time. They're not even good for anything. Less meat than a squirrel. And what's there is dry as a pilgrim's foot. I'm not asking enough. I just need something to scare them off. Thank you. I just need you to bring me some kind of birds. They'll learn their lesson and keep away from me. No. I'm not sure if there's anyone crazy enough to take up something like this. There is one guy who uses it. Riddler. He's supposed to know everything. Shit! You scared me up to death.
the feet. Your feet and my priceless seedlings. I swear, your nosiness will be the death of you. I have everything I need. And you, the fly in the ointment. Always. I'm Owen, and this is what I do here. It's safe. I can keep an eye on it, and I chase off the seals. And when the weirdness comes, and the dead start rising up from their graves, then rooftop garden will be much safer than one on the ground. I let Rourke in. He doesn't talk so much. He's my best friend. I hope your skull would be worth 1,000 words. No, I can hear a few seagulls. Not like that idiot Gwilyn. You need to talk to plants to help them grow. I'm not going to waste my breath on people.
That's one of our tasks. Every soldier gets one when they pledge their loyalty. I just hope the body you took us from was already cold, because killing a keeper would land you in some serious trouble. You know, here's what I'm thinking. If you stumble over any of our fallen keepers out there, bring me their tags. Sure, they all swore to stay here until the bitter end, but they have families who deserve to know what became of them. It's part of my duty, but since I can't send any more beyond these walls, maybe you could lend a hand. I'll pay you for every tag you bring back. Yes? Did you find out what's been happening out there? Great. A necromancer. Just what we needed. It wasn't the dark druid from the legends, was it? Good thing we got rid of him then. We already have the Dalriada almost on our doorstep. We don't need an army of the undead to boot. You did well. Maybe it's not so bad having you here. You've done your part in proving your worth. All right, you deserve the truth. You won't find the captain of the Horns of the South. He ordered us to lock down the keep, and then he disappeared. I have my suspicions about where he might be, but I can't say for sure. And frankly, I hope I'm wrong. Brandon once said he wasn't afraid to go to Dalriada, and the way he said it, I couldn't tell if he was joking. So maybe he went to make a deal with them? I think that's ridiculous. Everyone knows the Dalriada are savages. Diplomacy is not their strong suit. But, if it's true, if the captain did go to broker peace with the Dalriada, you'd most likely find him at the Old Mother's Temple, where one eye and his thumbs are holed up. Getting into the temple won't be easy, that's for sure. And frankly, I prefer not to hear about your demise. Try sneaking in quietly, or see if you can convince the tribe's representatives to let you through. That's the best advice I can give you. And if you do find the captain, tell him to return to the Horns of the South as soon as possible. Galahad the Cure is already on his way, and he won't be pleased to find a bunch of keepers hiding behind the walls without their commander. We'll all face consequences if that happens.